you still looking at me?
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's Sanandonna21. I know there's a few viewers on this Watchstar videos. We'd like to have a lot more subscriptions though, so if you can just let us know what we need to do, what we need to do wrong, or what we're doing wrong, we'd appreciate it.
Or if you see the video, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, please. Word of the day, La Fruta.
La Fruta.
There you go. So you'll figure that out here in just a second. This is going to be a Friday video, so this means we're just going to do an open subject. We are going to talk about spending time together a little bit, with your wife, your husband, your kids, whatever, and also a little bit of what we've done as far as vacationing or just getting out of the house. So, what do you want to start with, babe?
Vacation in Vegas.
All right. But I don't know. I kind of lose track of time. You know, it goes by so quick nowadays. But I'm thinking it's about what, 3-4 years ago?
Maybe a little longer.
Give or take. Okay. So we didn't have a lot of money. Vacation came up. We was wanting to go to Vegas on our honeymoon, but
Wait.
it didn't work. Anyway, if people think they have to go to Vegas to gamble, and it's not true. Yes, that is a place to go to gamble, but actually there's a lot more there besides just gambling.
For family.
Just on the strip. You don't even have to go into the city part of it, just on the strip itself. The one thing I don't like about it nowadays than what I did, is it is a family. A lot of families, kids, all that. I don't think they ought to be there, but that's just my opinion on that. Just because of the atmosphere, I guess. So anyway, $2,000 I think is what it cost us. That was a round trip from Oklahoma to Las Vegas, and 4 nights at a hotel there on the strip at the
Excalibur.
Excalibur is a very nice hotel. Casinos, got some good food. The food, I guess, was kind of the home style, down to earth food, because in each, those of you who had never been there, each hotel casino has restaurants inside the hotels, much like they do here in a lot, some of your nicer hotels. But they had like Dick's. That's the name of the restaurant, and
That's funny.
yeah. Then I think they had Toby Keith's or something like that in there. So I mean, some really down earth type style cooking. Dick's was one of them ones where I think they got one in Oklahoma City. I know they have one down around Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, things like that. Basically, you go in there and they just jerks to you. Mm-hmm. So that's where the name comes from. But that's the style. So when you go in, I knew what was coming up. She had no idea.
You have a sense of humor.
Actually, they went pretty easy on us just because of our age. The waitress apologized, says it's just my job. But they had people where they throw food at them, or made them wear a dunce cap that says, well, I'm not going to mention it on the video. So, but it is a fun place to go. We gamble here in Vegas. I mean, here in Oklahoma quite a bit, more than we should. But we went to Vegas, and actually we spent a whole lot less money gambling there than we ever did here. So go figure. We did get a little gambling, little slots here and there, but we didn't sit around and just gamble all night and all day like a lot of people do. There's too much to see. Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell them about some of the shows we've seen, babe?
We've seen Terry Fader and Mark Savard. Terry Fader is the one that has the puppets. He was on America's Got Talent, and he won it a couple years ago. And Mark Savard is the
hypnotist.
Hypnotist. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Savard is a great show. What was so funny on that was he invites volunteers up on stage because they're the ones going to make the show. The ones that don't get hypnotized or whatever, he go ahead and brings them off, and then those that do make it stays. We happened to make it, so he was actually on the stage the whole entire time with these other people, and so we was by ourselves. We had nobody actually to watch us, so we had to buy it up DVDs just so we can bring it home so family can see it. That is a adult rated. I mean, I don't say they want to get too bad, so I say 18 plus and older, but I can't remember if they have an age. I know they have an age deal, but I just don't know if it's 18 or 21. But it's not too bad. If you like to be, see funny stuff, it's kind of, comical. Terry Fader, that man can sing with his mouth closed better than I could ever carry a note. So
Me too.
It's an awesome show, and it's rated. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking my grandson in there. I mean, that type of deal. So, scenery, restaurants, food. I mean, so it's kind of one of the places where you go and you can see places that you can't afford to go to, like Paris, New York, places like that, because they actually have authentic shopping and food and everything from those places. New York has the memorial for the 9/11 firefighters, and the New York cheesecake and New York pizza and New York this and New York shopping, and so it's good, but just on a budget, it's really awesome. So what else? Anything else you want to throw in there, Pete?
The Bellagio fountains.
Oh yes, tell them about it.
The fountain, it goes up and plays with the music. It's very memorizing. That is something that kind of leaves with you when you leave Vegas. It's so beautiful that it's almost tear-jerking. And everybody, they're so quiet when it plays. They cheer it on, and I mean, they're just like drawn into it the same as we were. And it's a great atmosphere to be around the people that.
So I mean, cheap place. I can't remember exactly what the hotel cost, but like I said, it was airline tickets and 4 nights hotel. I think it was closer to probably $1,800 for the whole trip versus 2. But I can't remember. I know that we, but we only spent probably for 4 nights. I think we ended up maybe $1,200, and that was food, gambling, sightseeing, taxi cab, bus, whatever. And I mean, that was the whole work. So actually, really affordable. So, our last vacation was last year, August. Went to Colorado. I had no idea where we was going to go, what we was going to stay. We just knew we was going to try to camp out.
We went to the Garden of the Gods.
Yeah, before that was La Frunta.
La Frunta.
We did not know how to say that. We looked at that word and said, what in the world is that? So we Googled it, and that's the name of it, La Frunta.
And we went to eat somewhere, and we asked about how to pronounce that name, and he's like, well, how do you pronounce? Is that La Frunta? And he said, you did it perfect. Where's the
even with my redneck. But we camped out the first night. She slept in the car most of the night. She froze her butt off. It was very pretty during the day, and at night dropped down in the higher or middle, high 30s, low 40s area. So we got pretty cold. I slept in a tent all night, and then we went to the Garden of the
Gods.
Garden of the Gods, which is the rocks formations.
Beautiful.
Loved it. The only thing you have to be very careful of is the altitude sickness. If you're not used to it.
You didn't think you had it until.
Yeah.
I mean, it hit you, bam. I mean.
And then try and walk back to the car. I was kind of nauseous, but I was still. She was getting pretty sick. Trying to walk her back to the car, which is probably maybe a quarter mile, probably. Yeah. And
you just felt like you're going to pass out any second.
So we had to go back to the main area and try to get something to snack on or something to drink, whatever. So that's one of the bad things I would say as far as just be wise of
The altitude.
But we didn't have a lot of money at that time. As a matter of fact, we didn't even really budget in a hotel. We stayed in a hotel the next night. But one reason because I didn't want her sleeping in the car again. So, but we didn't have a lot of money on that time, and we didn't spend a lot of money. We did have sandwich stuff with us and stuff, but we did eat out too. A couple times.
And it was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Being right there in Colorado.
Yeah. So very nice. I would definitely do it again. Maybe a little warmer, but definitely do it again. The drive is awesome. Look at the historical markers from Oklahoma into Colorado, and then from Colorado to New Mexico and back to Oklahoma. Yeah. So.
Now, just to get out and travel around, a little trip was to Dodge City, Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah, it was my day off, and we decided we were just going to go somewhere, and I only had the one day, and not a whole lot of money, and so we
Packed the lunch, got in the car, and went.
and we ended up in Dodge City. We didn't plan on going there. That's where we ended up, and it was went straight to the Dodge City Museum, which I loved. Very, very nice, very comfortable. Walking through all the different buildings and stuff.
Everybody was really friendly.
Right. It did actually burn down at one time, so they did a very good job on remodeling it and getting it back to original state and all. Seeing Boot Hill there and so on. We did visit the casino, which is right down the street. Spent a couple $100 there and lost our butts on that. And then we turned and come home. So, but it was a great day. But just spending time with each other. A lot of people live in a city or a town or whatever, but the state they live in is like they've born and raised there, so they think they've seen it all.
Actually, you haven't.
If you actually get in the car, whether your kids are with you or not, just get in the car, drive 40, 50 minutes, one direction or another, and I guarantee you'll see some stuff that you didn't, and you don't even have to plan it. You don't have to be gone all day and all night. We do a lot. When we got a little extra money, we'll go to Oklahoma City and go up there and eat places we don't have here because the town I live in, we don't really have any really extremely nice restaurants. I mean, we have some nice restaurants. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the ones that you see in the city and places like that. Not going to mention the names, but that's some of the ones I enjoy going to, and we'll go. Sometimes we'll stay for the day. Sometimes we'll stay all night. And the sun's beaming in my eyes right now, so it finally came out for past 2 days been snowing. So,
But like he was saying, that if you whatever state you're in, get out and drive around north, south, east, west from where you're at, because you never know what you find. I found a lot of interesting things for him just driving me around. We just got in the car and just went somewhere. And I've been here in Oklahoma for 23 years, and I did not know there was a round barn, red barn, or or a what do you call that? This salt dig or crystal salt dig?
Crystal Lake.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was there, and I was like, well, "Where's the water?" He said, "There is no water."
Yeah. And it was we drove quite a while. We left Oklahoma City and decided just to drive, and we ended up over there, which is Jet, Oklahoma, by the way. But it was closed down. I guess the salt content got way too high or something or another, and it was forced to be closed down for a little while. I haven't heard whether it's reopened or not, but it's still it was a trip for us. We stopped, took pictures of different places and things and mile markers or not mile markers, but historic markers and stuff. So. And
there was like this military tank and stuff out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. It's just. I'm like, what?
It was, I think it was World War II memorial or something like that, but still it was...
out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, that was really amazing.
Yeah. So...
Be surprised what you see.
Yeah. Just spend time together, I mean, whether you talk the whole way or you're just quiet, and whatever, but just, chit-chat about this and that and what we're seeing and you know, have your co-pilot there tell you, hey, let's try this road. And we've done that a couple of times.
I remember one that we decided to get in the car and we read just about every mile marker or historical mile marker around in Oklahoma. Be surprised at what all you can know about just being right there at that historical marker when you read it. Interesting facts. I mean, just when you think it's just a piece of farmer's land, it's not. There's some kind of history about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, just kind of a deal. I mean, most people know this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. If you go into, especially a new city or even a state or whatever, you know, and you're in that city or town or wherever, talk to some of the locals. Find out places you need to stay away from. You know, that they all have it nowadays. You know, it's not like it was when we was kids, but you know, just be aware of your surroundings. You know, that's all you have.
Yeah.
You know, but have a good time. Don't worry about all that stuff. I mean, it's, you know, if it happens, it happens. But you know, just the locals, I guarantee you will tell you, stay off this street. You know, or stay off that part of town or whatever.
Yeah.
So
he's asked a lot of people.
Yeah.
A good place to go, a good place to
Because
visit.
you know, there's nothing, you know, nothing good about driving and having a good time and making a wrong turn and
Right.
end up. I told her we've done that a couple times. So, well, I think we need to turn around down here and go this direction.
Or we get on a back road and we come to an intersection and was like, well, which way do we want to go? North, south, you know, which way? East? Which way do we want to go? He just picks a direction and where we go.
And you know, everybody has phones or cameras nowadays because they're on their phones, so they plenty of pictures. You know, send them to friends, and we've done it before. It's like nobody knew where we was, and all of a sudden, you know, Facebook lit up with, you know, mile marker, Kansas City, you know, or whatever. And you get a phone call from your mother or your brother or whoever saying, "What are you getting? Where are you
Can you
going?"
guess where we're at? And it's been a mile marker.
So, but we've done that a lot. Like I said, you know, $40-50, you know, depending on what kind of car you're driving, you know, there's times we went, never, you know, filled up one time and made it back, and that was it, you know, so. Well, I think that's about it. Just, like I said, subscribe, hit that like button, tell your friends.
Leave a comment down below.
Leave a comment, say, hey, you know, you need to talk about this more, you need to talk about that more, you need to shut up a little bit, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just
It's not hard, doesn't it?
yeah, just let us know. So that's about it.
That's it.
So y'all have a good day.
Bye.